First of all, before we talk J6, let me just get your reaction to Tuesday night. Go ahead.
Well, it's a good day to be an American. You know, Jesus is very much alive. So is the American spirit. I know our forefathers are no longer rolling over in their graves. We all knew that this was going to be a landslide election if it was going to be an ethical election and if there was going to be no other nonsense at play.
Right.
I am thankful to all of the good workers that have been out there, people like Scott Pressler and Harmeet Dillon that have been out there advocating for election integrity and getting the vote counts up for a very long time. We had the troops on the ground. We got the job done, and justice was served. 45 is now 47, and I am looking forward to the next 4 years of my life like no time I've ever looked forward to before.
J6, we've heard President Trump say he will pardon a bunch of them. I think he should. I don't know how many. You might have a closer number. I know at one point it was 7, then it went up to 1,000. Some said 1,200. I don't know how many have been arrested and actually jailed or received bogus sentences. Again, I put this out there for the liberal media. Anybody that committed violence that day should get a fair sentence. If they didn't commit any violence, they shouldn't be in jail at all. And I think all of those folks should be pardoned. Do you agree, Joseph?
100%. Blanket pardons across the board for anybody that was not violent. That has to happen immediately on day one. In terms of people who were violent, if they were over sentenced, commutations and potential pardons as well. Look, punishment has to fit the crime. And we know that in multiple other cases, protests all across the United States, Summer of Love, BLM, punching cops, hitting cops, slaps on the wrist for everybody
Joseph,
involved.
in New York, the illegal immigrants that beat up the cops and the next day got out and flicked them off, they didn't get squat. A guy that pushed on a rail against a cop got 5 years. What the hell is that about?
It's absolutely ridiculous. It's political persecutions.
Yes.
We knew that, but now it's going to change. Dan, the last thing I'll say is that President Trump talked about healing, but healing cannot happen to an infected part of the body. The infection needs to be cut out at the root before we can heal. The people who weaponized the Department of Justice and the institutions of power against President Trump and good American people and good American families must be held to account. Light can have no fellowship with darkness. They need to go, and that needs to happen now. Start gathering your troops now, President Trump. Send us into battle and start routing these people out from the halls of power on day one.